Hey everybody, it's me Charlena, and I wanted to share a little story with you all. The reason why I'm sharing it is maybe some of you all could, really think about it and say a little prayer for the family that is going through this hard time right now. So I'm just going to get right into the story. I'm moving that because there's a toy in there that's making noise and I don't want to have it make a noise, and if you hear that, that would be my phone going off. The only reason why I have it on is so I can keep updated on with what's going on. But anyways, so this is a story you can see on the title about somebody that went to heaven, of course. So let's see here. 21 weeks ago, which however many months that is, I don't know. My friend came up to me with the news of I'm having a baby, and I was oh so very excited for her. It was her first baby. She is dating my fiance's friend, which I am friends with him. We were friends before me and my fiance got together. But anyways, him and his girlfriend was expecting a baby. So she was all happy and I was all happy for her, and I seen her like maybe once a week, and I would always ask about the baby, and we couldn't wait to see what the sex was of the baby and stuff like that. So she had her first ultrasound and everything went good. She went in for a second ultrasound and they noticed that there wasn't that much fluid around the baby, and they couldn't really see if it had any kidneys, but they thought maybe there could be a hole in the sac and the fluid was just leaking out or something. So they told her a couple more weeks to come in and do another ultrasound. So at this time she was about 16 weeks pregnant, and they were able to determine the sex, and it was very sad and upsetting because she had all this stress and everything going on with, if my baby don't have kidneys, then that means my baby's just not going to live. And it was a very hard time for her, but she still held on to that hope. So when she went in to find out if it was a boy or not, or a boy or girl, they determined that the baby for sure had no kidneys. And at this time, she was 20 weeks already. So, I mean, she's getting this awful news at 20 weeks, but yet she got the good news is that she was having a baby boy. And that's what she wanted, like, so bad, was to have a baby boy. So, at that time, the doctor could not figure out why that, because her options were to give birth at 20 weeks or to have an abortion. Because of the state I the state I live in, you can have an abortion up to 21 weeks. So the doctor said she had a week to make a decision. But before that, the doctor was like, when we told you that the baby did not have kidneys, why didn't you take precautions and just go ahead and have the abortion since you were only like 8 weeks? And she was like, what do you mean? Nobody told me that my baby didn't have kidneys. And he was like, the ultrasound tech didn't speak with you and say when they were doing the ultrasound that the baby had no kidneys? And she was like, no. And he was like, wow. He goes, well, she should have told you because there was no reason to, stretch this whole thing out and have to put you through this. So she was a little upset about that. But it was just, and it was like, did the doctors really even care? Because she went in for an MRI to determine if the baby had kidneys or not. And a week went by and she still had no test results. She's called the doctors never called back. And it was like, people just don't, it's like the doctors are like, well, we're pretty positive it ain't got kidneys, so we're not worried about you. It was just like, for real? I mean, I would be really heartbroken, and I have been. I have lost 2 babies. So it's been a really, touchy subject, and the reason why I'm putting this video out there is so people can at least say a little prayer for her or something like that, because I have been in that situation and I know what it feels like, and I didn't have people there for me because, for one, we tried to keep it, to ourselves. We had told a couple people we were pregnant, but since I had already lost 1 baby, we wanted to keep the second baby on the low and not really say anything. So I didn't have people there to help me through it or say a little prayer. So I'm trying to put this out there, and you know, things do happen. Things happen. They also found out that the baby's lungs wasn't very developed. Like it shouldn't. It wasn't developed to the point where it should have been with the baby being 20 weeks. So she did. Today is the 22nd, March 22nd. It's on a Friday. She went into the hospital yesterday to be induced to have her baby because she chose to not have the abortion and go ahead and birth the baby. So, which I would completely agree with her. Some people wouldn't, because it's like, why would you put yourself through that? But also, that's something growing inside of you, and who wouldn't want to see their baby? You know, that one last time it grew inside you for 20 weeks. You know, you can spend a couple minutes with it and then have to let him go. But you'll always hold him in your heart. And if at the time you may think that, oh, well, you know, I don't want to see the baby, you know, let's just go ahead and have the abortion. But later on you will grow to regret that you didn't see your baby or spend time with your baby. So I understand where she was coming from on that, and I totally agree. But she's taking it very hard because this is her first baby, and she's got no family where we live because she is actually from Arizona. So all of her family's up there, and she's got like a big mess going on with her family, so she really has no family. So I say so a lot. But anyways, she went in and she was going to be induced because they did detect the baby had no kidneys and there was no hope for the baby, and that, you know, you choose to have the abortion or you choose to birth it, and then we'll go from there. So that's what they chose to do, was birth the baby. And they did find out that, like I said, it was a boy. She went in yesterday on Friday the 22nd, and she was having really bad pains and stuff. And they gave her an epidural an hour ago, and she was 3 centimeters dilated. They said she had to be 6 or 7 to have the baby. So an hour after she had the epidural, I'm looking at a clock if you're wondering why I'm looking. An hour after she had the epidural, she had the baby. And she had the baby, it's 8:05 now. She had the baby at 7:35. Baby boy, and he weighed 1 pound. So I got the phone next to me because she's actually only 15 minutes away from me. Not even, I wouldn't even say 15 minutes, 5 minutes. And I want to go to the hospital and be there. But at the same time, when you're losing a baby, you don't want people around you. You don't want to be like, oh, here's my baby, you know, because for one, the baby's not fully developed, so you don't want to see that. And for two, they only have so much time with their baby boy, and they want to be able to spend as much time as they can with their baby boy. So I completely understand that. And I had texted her and told her that, you know, we're here for her. If she is, when she's ready to have people there, you know, we'll be right there, because I will be. I mean, I've been there and it's not a good situation. So I just wanted to put that video out there, and like I said, she is at the hospital right now, and she's only had the baby for about 20 minutes. They did say the baby would survive about an hour after birth. So just please say a little prayer and just think, you know. And it's sad because she asked that question, the question as in, why can people that don't want kids, or, you know, just don't want kids, or are on drugs and do drugs the whole pregnancy, can have kids, and the people that really want to have kids can't have kids? And I asked myself that same question when I lost too. You know, I'm somebody who loves and cares and really wants a child, but I can't have one. I've been through that twice, and I was thankful and granted to have gotten with my fiance and been able to experience the bond with a child, because he has a little girl, and I have been there before that little girl was even born. I mean, I was there when she was born. I was there for her first birthday, her second birthday, her third birthday, on, you know, I've been there, so I've been able to experience that. But in the back of your mind, you're always like, what would it be like to birth a kid, to have your own kid? So it's been, you know, I couldn't answer that question for why do people, you know, that don't want kids have kids. It's just the way God planned, you know, it's just the way God wanted it for you. But there's a reason for everything, and it's just finding that reason. So I just wanted to share that little story with you guys, and I just hope, you know, you guys will take the time out and just say a little prayer for her and the family and the baby, and just, I guess that's it. And I also am going to do, for you all that didn't know, or because some people don't really know these things, I mean, unless you have a child, but yesterday was Down syndrome day, and I'm going to do a little video on our little girl that has Down syndrome. And I was actually shocked because my friend had posted a picture of our little girl, my little girl, me and Fancy's little girl, not me and her, yeah, you get it, posted a picture of her up with a little saying under it, and she got 494 likes and like 17 comments. So I was really shocked and amazed, but how people, you know, care and look and stuff. So I want to do a video on that, and then I want to do like a little tribute on her years growing up and dealing with Down syndrome, and I wanted to do a video on everything she's went through, because I am very thankful she is still here, because she has had 2 near-death experiences, and one of them they actually had to put her to sleep for like 2 months. She was knocked out because it was just horrible, and they almost had to give her the, I'm trying to think of what it's called, I can't think of what it's called, but they take all your blood out of your body and then put new in. So stay tuned, and I will be posting videos of that up here shortly. So please say a little prayer for the family that is dealing with the loss of their little boy. And thank you guys for watching, and I hope you all have a wonderful Friday. Bye guys.